Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. We're in the old world, and we are in snapshot 17W48A, which is the latest snapshot, and I'm not going to be playing in this snapshot permanently. Just for this one episode, I'm actually in a backup of my world today, because if you go into resource packs and we put our resource pack in, prepare yourself. It breaks. It breaks everything. So, yeah, we can't. Oh no! This is the world we live in. Isn't it beautiful? It's all this purple and black. It's so gorgeous. All right, let's see. I think we did this and then cancel and then done. There we go. Okay, we're back to normal. Yes. So, yeah, because Kingdoms uses this custom resource pack and because the latest snapshot completely breaks resource packs, we're going to have to not play in this snapshot until at least that part is fixed. But there's so much cool stuff in the snapshots that's been coming out. I really wanted to kind of experiment with it and play around with it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do in today's episode. And it's just going to be kind of a little bit of a break from our normal Kingdoms. Also, I know many of you have wanted to see the world without the resource pack. Well, this is going to be your opportunity to do so. This granite, I'm not proud of it in the default pack. Looks much better in the resource pack because the granite is like a dark cobblestone and a dark stone brick. So we're going to probably see some things here that look very, very strange. And I'm going to have some decision making to do. And that's another reason that I wanted to do this episode. I want to get your guys' feedback. Because there's a lot of stuff that is actually in my texture pack, in my resource pack, that is being implemented into the game. And as an example of that, let's grab a little bit of spruce here. Let's just steal some of this. Also, I am not in my normal launcher, so we may see some pop-ups saying, congratulations, you use recipes, you learn things. Normally I play using a launcher called Multi-MC, and it's not actually compatible with the new snapshots. So, oh wait, it's that. Yeah, there we go. So, we have spruce trapdoors now, which is amazing. And in my texture pack, this is what they look like, basically. I mean, it's a little tiny bit different, but it's not a lot different. That's basically the texture in my resource pack, almost exactly. And in fact, the vast majority of the textures in my resource pack are not original. They're not textures that I came up with on my own. Almost every single one of them is a vanilla texture that's been adapted or slightly modified. So like that trapdoor, for example, is basically just the top half of a spruce door with the bars, with these bands. I think I moved it to like here. But it's basically what the trapdoor looks like. Like if we look at these two side by side, you know, I mean, this is basically my trapdoor texture. So what I'm going to have to decide, I mean, obviously I've used my texture pack throughout the world, for almost the entirety of Kingdoms, for as long as it's existed almost. I think I made the first version of the texture pack in like episode 10 of season 1 or something like that. It was very early in the series. And I'm going to have some decision making to do because I don't think it makes sense to have this texture in the game along with another trapdoor texture that is basically identical. And I don't think it makes sense to change the oak trapdoor texture to look like this, which is what it is right now in my texture pack. So I think what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to end up having to go back through the world Probably something that I'll be doing on like live streams and stuff like that. And I'm just going to have to basically revamp huge portions of the world. So like all of these will have to be replaced with spruce trapdoors. Well, not all of them. Some of them I can probably just leave them the way they are and you know, say, yeah, it looks fine. But then in other places, there are spots where it really does have to be like spruce. Like, let's grab this and this. Do I have more rockets? I do. Let's grab some more. There we go. Throw those in here. Throw on the elytra. Grab the ender chest. And let's fly away. So, you know, if we come over to like, I don't know, for example, Regnum. Oh, Regnum's gonna look so bad without the texture pack. Prepare yourself. This is gonna be like the ugliest thing you have ever seen in Minecraft, because the block palette that I'm using there really only works because of the texture pack. I'm warning you now, if you don't want to be scarred for life, you may want to consider averting your eyes. Also, why am I getting essentially server lag in a single player world? Okay, so chunk loading's a little funky in the new snapshot as well. That's good to know. Oh, man. Yeah, so check this out. This is Regnum without the texture pack. Whew, man. Not a pretty sight. I mean, actually, you know, it doesn't look that bad, but it looks pretty bad. I like it kind of works, but it really doesn't. I think it's honestly really hideous. It's like, it reminds me of like those old like 70s shag carpets that were just like orange and ugly and like everyone thought they were cool, but they were really just clashy and hideous. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Excuse me. But yeah, like this is Regnum without the texture pack. So check this out. Like, we have a lot of spots where we use those trapdoors as barrels. Really doesn't work with the oak trapdoors. It really doesn't. So like spots like this, for example, I'm gonna have to come back here and replace these with spruce trapdoors. And I'm also gonna have to remake significant portions of my texture pack, delete some textures, probably add some new textures and things like that, basically just because of the new update. So that's gonna have to be a thing that happens, and it's probably gonna be quite a project, but I don't think it makes sense to do that until at least we're in pre-release versions. Because until that point, like I don't see the point of doing it and then having a bunch of this stuff potentially change. Yeah, oh man, this place is absolutely hideous. But there's so many other cool things in here as well that are just like very, very welcome additions to the game for me, at least for me. As a perfect example of that, if we take some spruce logs here, spruce bark logs. Yes, please. Hello, custom trees, for example. Hello, I mean, this is something that I have been wanting for a very long time. Very happy about that. Not super keen on the recipe, honestly. I think it really should be 4 spruce logs for 4 spruce bark. That makes a lot more sense to me. And I don't think there's any way to craft them back. But at the same time, like, that's amazing. That's something that I'm extremely excited for and that I've been waiting for a very long time. We also do have all the new trapdoors and stuff, so let's kind of check some of those out. Here's a crafting bench. So there's the jungle trapdoor. Actually goes pretty well with granite, to be honest, although it does not at all match. Actually, it does match jungle wood in my texture pack, because jungle wood is going to be basically the same. Acacia, on the other hand, is not orange in my texture pack. It's much more of like a golden brown color. And that's acacia. I like that, except for the handle. I'm not really a huge fan of the handle on that texture. So that's probably something that I will change in the texture pack, is I'll just get rid of the the gray handle here. Make it a little bit more versatile for building. Let's take a look at dark oak. That's not bad. Kind of looks like a cookie. Actually, you know what? I saw it on Reddit. In the Minecraft Reddit. Check this out. This is actually hilarious to me. Let's make a couple more of these. And we'll go grab a little bit of this. And let's see here. We need to go here. Do that. And that. And that. And you have an ice cream sandwich. It cracked me up when I saw it. Maybe my humor is just, I don't know. I thought it was amusing. But it does kind of look like that. Although I think it's a pretty good texture. It's a little busy for my taste. There's like a little bit too, well, I don't know. Let's look at a dark oak door here. I should have doors somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So if we put these side by side, that's what's throwing me off. These highlights are like more of a light brown or an orange, and these highlights are a little bit more of a gray. That's what's throwing me off about the dark oak trapdoor. Okay, so that maybe I will change. Maybe I'll change out these highlights for this gray color instead. I mean, that's how most of, and another interesting thing about this very unusual Kingdoms episode is that you're also seeing kind of my thought process as to how I go about creating things in my texture pack, which is very different as well. That's not normally something that you guys get to see. We also need, I think it's the birch trapdoors we still need to look at. Okay. They're okay. That could make a good window, actually. Like if you did, grab like some spruce. Maybe you did something like this, right? And then we'd take, for example, some spruce stairs right there. Like so. And then we make a couple more of these guys. And we'd go like that. Could be a decent little window, sort of. Maybe. Again, I think the handle kind of messes with it. I think I'd probably get rid of the handle. But it could work, and we could potentially go like, ooh, that's going to be very hard to place. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's just pillar up right here. And go boop, boop. You know, could do something like that. That could work as a window. Actually, that would be a very good window if the handle was gone. If you got rid of the handle, you'd have, that'd be very nice for like a modern house window, I think. That could look very good. I mean, there's just so many things that are like super, super encouraging for me as far as the direction that Minecraft is moving. I think this is absolutely the start of slabs and stairs for all the things, which is something I have been wanting essentially since I started playing Minecraft. And I'm not the only one. I mean, you ask just about anyone who considers themselves a builder at all, what's the number one thing you want added to Minecraft? They'll say slabs and stairs for all the things that should have them. I mean, this is huge. Also, pumpkins have been changed a lot, I believe. So, like, you put this down. Actually, I think it's only new pumpkins. And I don't think it works for, those are already, did you notice that they said that those were carved pumpkins when you look at them? Not regular pumpkins. So those have been changed as well. And now pumpkins are a little bit different. And I don't remember if we're actually growing pumpkins anywhere in our world. I think we might be growing some over in Anona, maybe? I'll have to look. Oh, man. The chunk loading, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's too early to play in snapshots, unfortunately. I don't... One of my greatest fears in Minecraft is that I will play in a snapshot in Kingdoms, because I normally do. Normally, the moment a snapshot comes out, I'm in that snapshot and enjoying it. That's almost always how it's been, because I like playing with the latest and the greatest stuff. It's fun to me, and it's enjoyable. I like getting my hands on those new blocks and things right off the bat and trying to kind of innovate and come up with something interesting. But my greatest fear is that I'm going to do that and I'm going to corrupt the world and lose a bunch of progress. And I mean, the thing is, like, I've got backups. You know, I have, and not just backups, I have backups for my backups. I've got, like, probably 6 different backups on my computer for Kingdoms right now. And a couple stored on the cloud as well. You know, on online storage. But, like, that doesn't mean that I don't worry about it. Because, I mean, you don't want to do some huge project and then lose 6 episodes of project and of progress and have to redo the entire thing. Like, that's just no fun. But here we go. We got regular pumpkins now. In my texture pack, there are no faces on the pumpkins. So that's a change I can get rid of as well, because that doesn't exist anymore. Because now there are no faces on pumpkins in vanilla. That's going to be a thing, and I'm very excited about that. Also, these guys are, like, ridiculously loud. Oh, this is why my normal volume settings and stuff, since I'm playing in a different launcher, those were not carried over. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, you can kind of start to see some of the potential here. I'm very much looking forward to the full release. That's going to be... I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. There's going to be, like, and it's amazing to me that I'm saying that, because for the longest time, it was being said that 1.13 was basically going to be a technical update. There really wasn't going to be any new content added for builders or anything like that. Are you kidding me? Trapdoors? Pressure plates? All that stuff? Bark logs? Like... that's content, and that's content that I've been wanting for a very long time. So I'm very excited. I mean, it's okay. It's not on the level of, like, concrete from 1.12, which I think was, like, a huge addition. Concrete and concrete powder, like, they just, that was game-changing, for me at least. I mean, look around at Regnum, for example. All these gray, this is all concrete powder, you know, used as a building block. We've got concrete and stuff all over the place now. It's a great block, and it's very versatile, and I love it. But this is a pretty significant addition. Like, I know it's not really being hailed as such, but trapdoors, trapdoors, bark logs, and the pressure plates I'm not as concerned with, but that's, like, this is huge. This is huge, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited for it. Let's kind of swing over. The Nether also looks, I mean, well, this is the same block palette as Regnum. Also, a little choppy loading into the Nether in this snapshot as well. That's also kind of an interesting thing. I just kind of want to, like, look around and see what all I will have to change. I shouldn't have to change granite and diorite. Those, I imagine, will remain ugly. I know they'll remain ugly for 1.13, but... even when Joppa does his changes, I have a feeling they will still remain relatively ugly. We'll see. He hasn't really been changing the color palette a whole lot of blocks, but either way, we'll see. I just want to kind of get a look here and figure out what else is going to have to be done. I mean, in the new world, there shouldn't be that much stuff. And actually, I'm going the wrong direction. I need to be going this way. I keep getting stuck on things. There we go. We can speed up our travel significantly by nether tunneling. Look at that. Fast travel in Minecraft. And not bad considering it's a 1x2, 2x1, 1x2? 1x2. I think. I mean, we just we made that trip in no time. Eventually, this will probably be an ice rail of some sort, and we're getting this screen tearing as well. And that's not something I get in my default launcher either with Optifine and everything. That's a VSync thing, but either way. Let's take a look at the new world. Let's take a look at Bullstone and just see what we're going to have to change here, because I imagine there's going to be some stuff for sure. We're going to have to make some changes to a few things when this snapshot hits. I'm thinking, actually, another thing we could potentially do, these could be swapped out for the bark logs, maybe? That could look good. We'll maybe try that in a sec. Let's see. Let's grab a little bit of this. Just a little. Let's make a few of these. Remember, I'm in an experimental snapshot, and I'm in a different copy of the world, so you won't actually see these changes. This is all just experimental stuff. In fact, you know what? Since this is all... Oh! That's new. It's like, oh, you can't type game mode C anymore? You actually have to... So, there we go. Interesting. Very interesting. Just out of curiosity, would that look better? I don't think it does, honestly. I think I like it better the other way. But I can find places to use this. I mean, this is going to be great for, like, custom trees. You know, if you want to build, like, a little bit of a... maybe we kind of bring it out this way. And then we kind of bring, like, a little bit out here. And then maybe one, like... out... like that. And then we need a little bit more of a trunk here. And like so, just, you know, something, and this is super quick and very simple. Like, this is not a great tree by any stretch, but, you know, something like this, maybe one here. And kind of like, I don't know, like that, and down here, you know, something like this. And then we would take leaves and do all sorts of crazy whatever, you know, all around the stuff and the branches and things, and, you know, however we would do it. But the point is, like, this will be great for the trees, because one thing that I always struggled with custom trees was I could never get them to look quite the way I wanted. And I've never really been good at like, custom trees. It's never been something that people have, you know, I built one once and people laughed at me because it was pretty bad. And, you know, and I'm not criticizing them for laughing at me, because it was pretty bad. It was kind of horrendous. And I mean, this isn't looking a whole lot better, but then again, there's not really a whole lot of time that's being put into this one. This is more just like leaf spam. But the point is, you know, if you can get something going like this, and you have a little bit of room to kind of do these things, then maybe what you can do, let's kind of sneak a couple in here. You know, maybe what we can do later, I don't like that one. That one needs to go. You know, we just get some stuff going, and maybe then from there we can take, or whatever. This is not a world. I'm not keeping this world file anyway. From there, you can take like spruce stairs. You can take spruce slabs, and maybe you do like something like this. Maybe a little bit here, a little bit here, maybe here. We do like a little something along these lines. You know, just kind of whatever. Like, it's just a matter of kind of getting things to look natural as best you can, which is often easier said than done. I freely admit that. But, you know, if you can kind of get some stuff going and do a little bit of work and plan some stuff out properly and things like that, like, it could be really good. And with these bark blocks, like, that'll make this a lot easier to do. I think. Like, that's not a horrible custom tree. I'm not a huge fan of it. It needs to kind of come up here a bit more and have a little bit more going on up there. But I mean, like, that's not horrendous. It could be worse. The shape is very bizarre and would need some tweaking and fine-tuning and stuff. But, you know, all in all, like, for something that was thrown together in approximately 30 seconds, like, whatever, you know? I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, like, this is going to be a very good snapshot, I think. This is a very funky-looking tree. But then again, you know, you get a couple of these kind of spread around and get different shapes and sizes and stuff, and maybe we can do some kind of fun stuff with these. Maybe we'll get into custom trees this season. The bark blocks, yeah, they are in the creative mode menu as well. And the pressure plates and trapdoors are all over here. Do they all just look... I think they all the pressure plates look exactly the way you would expect. I think it's basically just the log texture. Let's go... Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And then we need the logs. So we can compare. It should be basically the same texture. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially the same texture. I mean, it matches up perfectly, as you can see. So that's to be expected. And actually, we have all the buttons and stuff as well now, though, too. And those will, that I will almost certainly get some use out of. Like, you know, before we had only oak buttons, but now we have everything. So, I mean, what that means is, oh, you want to put a spruce button on dark oak for a little highlight? Sure, we'll go for it. Oh, you want to put a dark oak on there? That's a little too much contrast. But, like, you can kind of see some of the potential here. You know, just for adding different variations. Also, you can now... it used to be that buttons on the ground you couldn't place in different angles. And that was one of the reasons a lot of people always told me, hey, use stone buttons for rocks, little rocks on the ground. The problem is they all face the same way, and it didn't look good to me. So now you can kind of, you know, get something, you know, get a little bit more of like a formation like that. Just something where there's a little bit more randomization in it, a little bit more variation. And then I think it looks a lot better. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here to like, and I'm excited for this new snapshot. Wow, excuse me. I'm dying over here. I think my wife got me sick. Anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to make this super quick little video and kind of explore the snapshot for one episode, kind of get an idea of what we're going to have to change and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to actually play in the snapshot at least until resource packs are working. Right now, they're completely broken, as you saw with the beautiful purple and black that we had at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to call this one right here. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.